Okay, so this is Ringwalk Media. It's Monday afternoon, big grueling session for Chloe Watson, and that's because she's fighting Lara Belda-Venito on the 24th of this month over in Newcastle. You excited?
Yeah, less than 3 weeks to go. Big session to start the week. Start as we mean to go on.
Tell you what, it was a killer, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good session. It was a very good session. Yeah, we're just getting the fitness up there now, working on things. It's going well.
And obviously it's your first 8-rounder. A little bit of a different proposition, an Argentinian opponent. It's going to come in, hard as nails. It's going to be a good fight on a very, very good platform, of course, as well, up in Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Come on, you've got to be a bit more than that. You're looking forward to it, but obviously crowds up there. You've boxed up in Newcastle before. It's a place you enjoyed. I know it is. This is a good test for you now to see whether you're ready to jump up and get a belt, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we're looking at it as, a good test. We're leaving no stone left unturned, as you can see in the sessions that we're putting on. So just working on things, and come 3 weeks we'll be ready to go. I've boxed in Newcastle before. It was a great atmosphere. We're looking to enjoy the experience again.
So listen, let's take you back to your last fight. Was due to be 6 rounds, and they changed it to 4 rounds literally as you got in the ring. How, as a fighter, do you deal with that?
Yeah. At the time, obviously, you just deal with what you can deal with, and I was controlling what I can control, and that was trying to just really control my performance, and still try and work on things that we were working on, which was a bit hard with it being 4 rounds instead of 6. Because we was working towards like coming into the fight, and kind of setting things up where when it gets stripped to 4 rounds, kind of gets taken away from you a little bit. But nevertheless, like mentally, I think I shown that, like, I can't keep my head together when things kind of just come at you, and it's boxing at the end of the day. So a lot of things changed last minute. Obviously, we're not looking for that to happen like again, but I think it was good to be able to deal with something like that and still fight, and obviously put on it wasn't my best performance, but I did what I needed to do to win. And I knew that when I got told that it was going to go down to a 4 round, obviously, as we were just stepping into the ring. So it was a good fight at the end of the day, and I've been working on the gym. We've been working in the gym, and now we're looking forward to stepping her up to 8 rounds.
You said there you didn't think that was your best performance, but I actually thought that was one of your best performances because of the circumstances. We were ringside for that fight, and you'd planned for a 6-rounder. She notoriously is a 4-round fighter, and then 2 rounds after that, it's your time to shine. She went hell for leather for those 4 rounds, which you weren't expecting. So, from our point of view, I think you had a much, much better performance than you think you did.
Yeah, I mean, like mentally and stuff. Obviously, I was proud of myself for obviously doing what needs to be done. But I think, like, in terms of skill and stuff, I just didn't have enough time to kind of show what I've actually been working on. So I think that's probably like the criticism that I'd give myself when it comes to walking out of the ring after that fight.
You're going to have 8 rounds to show us all this time round, and a good card as well. Josh Kelly headlining, of course, and good to see him coming back.
Yeah, very good. His last performance was a great performance. So it'll be good to see. Be good to see him doing his thing as well again, and it'll be a great show. There's a good few fights on there as well. So.
You said sort of at the back end of last year that you might be eyeing a title at some point, maybe towards the end of this year. But there's a few fights going on in the last sort of few days, and Nina Hughes, of course, is fighting this weekend for world title. She had a change of opponent. It must give you what's the word? An optimistic outlook that you're at that stage now where you've got 6 fights after this one. You should be considered for these title fights.
Yeah, it's a process, and I'm just taking, like I've said from the start, I'm taking each step as it comes. That's exactly what we're doing. You've seen it with this next fight, and then you'll see it again with my fight after. But of course, we're going to be looking at titles at some point. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later, but I'll let the team decide that for me. I'm just here, working hard and ready to showcase what I'm about every time I step into that ring. And that's what I can control at the end of the day. But I have got confidence within myself as well that it's gonna come. It's got to come if I keep doing what I'm doing. Keep controlling what I can control. it's going to come, and I'm excited for it.
Now listen, just slightly away from boxing, we see your T-shirt Mindset, and we saw your post that you've become an ambassador. Just tell us a little bit about what Mindset is, and what your role is and what they do.
Yeah. So this is Team DDB. It's a local charity by mine in Birkenhead. It's run by a guy called Dan, who's struggling with bowel cancer. So it's for bowel cancer awareness. Within the charity, he does random acts of kindness for everyone in the area, in the community. That could be struggling with something or things, or just that could benefit from a random act of kindness. From the last couple of fights, he's bought tickets for people to come and see me fight. So yeah, they do a lot of things within the community, not just with me and boxing, but with a lot of things. They do runs and things like that. So yeah, I'm proud to be a part of the team, and obviously they're helping support me as well on this journey.
That's fantastic, mate, and nice to see that you're putting your platform, to good use for others as well. It's really commendable.
Thank you. Yeah, trying. It's what it's about, really. Everyone just helping each other. Obviously coming from such a small area, really, Birkenhead can be seen as quite small. It's important we all get behind each other, really. So.
Listen, we can't wait for this fight. I think it's about time that you got that 8 rounds. It's a shame you didn't get the 6 before, but this 8 rounds I'm really looking forward to. I think this is the time when we're going to actually see what Chloe Watson's about.
Yeah, that's what I try to do every time I step into that ring. But the main thing is that I'm showing what I'm working on as well, in the ring, and like you said, just taking them steps every time they come.
Is it live on DAZN this time?
Yeah, it's looking to be live on DAZN.
So you're going to get a TV stop.
Mhm.
At last. So everybody can watch you that can't make it up to Newcastle, but if they want to come to Newcastle, a couple of tickets left?
Yeah, got a few tickets left. I'm sure there's a link as well that's being sent out too, but yeah.
Well, listen, thank you very much for your time, as always. I know it was a hard session, and you're probably sitting there going, shut up and get on with it so I can go and get a shower and get home. We'll see you up there in a couple of weeks, and thank you very much, Chloe.
Thank you.